Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about Kotaku's Alyssa Mercante is hot and bothered over the Star Wars Outlaws manly KVS in hate campaign against gamers. Now, what are we talking about here? Well, we're talking about that this is the face model. This is the model for the character of KVS in the new Star Wars Outlaws game by Ubisoft, which, in my opinion, is going to be dead on arrival because no one cares about Star Wars. But this is what she actually looks like in real life, and this is the model on the right here that they put in the game. This looks absolutely like dog water. This looks absolutely terrible. And it just seems like they're able to do male characters, like the gaming industry in the West is able to do male gaming characters just fine when it comes to face models, but when it comes to women in video games, they always got to make them ugly. So this is actually from the Bugle Daily. Shout out to him. Go follow him over on Twitter. He's absolutely hilarious. He's been doing a lot of these Sweet Baby Inc. versions of what characters would look like from different games. I think it's absolutely funny. So now we're talking here about this person. K-Sun admitted to having her face and body scanned for like a dragon infinite wealth, and she looked perfect. So this is her here in real life. This is how she looks in game. Almost exactly the same as far as body proportions and as far as facial features. When the West wants to capture ugliness at 8K, says manga lawyer, they do with no mistake, like Deborah Wilson. Don't be a retard. This is intentional. Technology is not the issue. So this is what she looks like in every different game. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all. And as of course, as Hypnotic would point out as well, a bunch of different male actors that were modeled into different various games. You had Far Cry 6 with Giancarlo Esposito. You had Willem Dafoe, which is like obviously it's a Spider-Man game. You had Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk, and you had Norman Reedus in Death Stranding. He's saying, quote unquote, faces aren't that accurate when compared to the model because it's hard to do. You just don't understand the complexity and the difficulty that goes into it. Guess they got lucky on these, huh? So yeah, like I said, showing a bunch of male characters. And he also says it's quite strange indeed how the ugly button doesn't seem to work as often on male characters as it does female characters. Female characters' ugly button is on rapid fire, Gatling gun style, where male is like an occasional 6-round pistol. I guess accuracy is only possible with males. Again, shout out to Hypnotic. Follow him over on YouTube and Twitter. I'll leave the links below in the description. He does a podcast every Monday through Friday and Sunday called Hypnocast, discussing all these types of things. And also, as well, he has a Saturday Night Hypnosis on Saturdays. A great YouTube channel. Awesome dude to watch. Let's jump right into this from Phantom Pulse. Again, the model for Star Wars Outlaws right there. Gushing over the new ugly androgynous-looking girl boss, Star Wars Outlaws protagonist Kay Vess, Kotaku's Alyssa Mercante wrote, quote, but Kay Vess is the female version of many Star Wars characters, a rogue, a rebel, a scoundrel, and a rapscallion. She could easily step into Han Solo or Cassian Andor's boots. Don't ever put Han Solo anywhere near anything Disney garbage is putting out. There's never going to be a scoundrel, rogue, rebel, or rapscallion character anywhere on the caliber of how great Han Solo was written, at least in the original trilogy. And Soylo, a Star Wars Soyri, hashtag Solo Lost Money, and in the garbage Disney trilogy that doesn't exist, his character was written like absolute dog water. Cassian Andor, I don't really give a crap because Rogue One was garbage. It was a boring ass movie. The only scene that anyone ever talks about in that movie is, of course, the Darth Vader Hall scene. And again, this is all my opinions. She's got an adorable companion creature, just like Jedi Survivor's Cal Kestis, and she's got that smirky sass that makes so many other Star Wars comebacks so lovable. You already know they're gonna girl boss it up. On paper, she's the perfect lead for an open world game about outlaws. It's just the fact that that's the problem. Again, this is what the person was modeled after. The character was modeled after this woman here. Kotaku and Alyssa Mercante once again let the mask slip, showing their utter contempt and hatred for games in their latest hate campaign in an article titled, or headline, Star Wars Outlaws Backlash Proves We Need More Women Protagonists. No. We need more women protagonists that look good. That look beautiful. For crap's sake, Nintendo just came out with Princess Peach Showtime, and she looks awesome. She still looks like a beautiful character. Granted, there wasn't a face model used, but the character still looks awesome. And the game was fun. Mercante doesn't claim that the commercial success or the popularity of the game among gamers is why, quote unquote, we need more women protagonists. No, the reason for making that claim is pure hatred for gamers. She wants backlash. She wants more games that are disliked by gamers because she's not a real gamer. She's a tourist. She doesn't want popular, successful games. The metric is that the games must be disliked and all for the better, and all the better if it advances leftist propaganda. This looks terrible. Not surprisingly, Alyssa Mercante gushes over the ugly-looking androgenized K-Vest, despite K-Vest being modeled on beautiful real-life model Humberly Gonzalez. YouTuber Tebow pointed out that the stark contrast between the real-life beauty Humberly Gonzalez and the uglified Star Wars Outlaws protagonist K-Vest in his latest video. Aptly drawing a comparison between the androgenized K-Vest and a male character from The Warriors, he points out how Humberly Gonzalez's soft features have been removed from K-Vest and how K-Vest has been given a more pronounced masculine chin. Though one would have expected Alyssa Mercante to do so, seeing she advocates for more female protagonists, she never wrote an article praising Stellar Blade's Eve. No, she absolutely hates the character of Stellar Blade's Eve because she's a beautiful character and she's not uglified like this character is. This glaring omission is surprising though considering the popularity of Stellar Blade even before the official release and the beautiful feminine features of Stellar Blade's Eve, which would indicate that Kotaku and Alyssa Mercante's motivation isn't seeing more female protagonists in games, but rather that they are motivated by a burning hatred of gamers, insisting on degrading that which is beautiful and enjoyable about the gaming experience because she's an ugly human being in real life. That's the problem. Ugly women like her that look like her, leftist women, leftist woke white women that look like her, don't want to see characters in games that look better than them in real life. It's a damn shame. It was weird when they did that interview in New York with those hideous looking women that were downing and saying there was sexualized, character of Eve, and they look like elephants. They look like huge cows, and nobody wants to see those type of women in video games. Not even women. Women also like to look at beautiful women when they play video games. Again, perfect example, Princess Peach. The perfect example of a beautiful looking character in a game made by Nintendo, by the way. A family-friendly company. So if Nintendo and developers in South Korea and Japan could do this perfectly, why can't the rest of the world do it? Probably because they don't want to, because they hate gamers and they hate looking at beautiful women and giving the fans the type of characters that they want to see in video games. Because again, as Black Girl Gamers would put it, that gaming doesn't revolve around gamers, which it absolutely does. And it seems like we're moving into this era where this is going to be more of the case with these Western gaming studios. And honestly, there's a lot of games available to play nowadays that you could literally not buy a modern game for years, and you'd probably still have a huge backlog to go back and play. So do what you will with this information. I'm not telling anybody to boycott this game. You do what you want with your money. Me personally, I was never interested in this game regardless, but I do think that it's an absolute annoyance that these games continue to have these uglified characters when they could easily make the characters look pretty close to the actual model. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you do like this video, hit the like button, comment below. We feel well. Subscribe for more content. Hit the bell for notifications. Set the bell to all. That way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or live stream. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.